hearing of the Committee on Foreign Relations is hereby called to order. We acknowledge the presence online of Senators Bongo, Senator Jinggoy Estrada. There being two members present online, the chairman declares a quorum, and we now call on the committee secretary, Attorney Dana Alberto, to acknowledge the presence of our resource persons, our guests, and the other honored witnesses. Thank you. Attorney Dana, please.
Good morning. The Committee on Foreign Relations respectfully acknowledges the presence of our distinguished guests, namely, from the Department of Justice, we have Secretary Jesus Crispin Remulla, Chief State Counsel Dennis Arvin L. Chan. From the National Security Council, we have Director General Eduardo Año, together with Deputy Director General Nestor Erico, Deputy Director General Marlo Guloy, Assistant Director General Jonathan E. Malaya. Okay. From the Armed Forces of the Philippines, we have Lieutenant General Jimmy D. Larida, PN, together with Major General Elmer B. Suderio, PA. Okay. From the Department of National Defense, we have Okay. From the Department of National Defense, we have Secretary Gilberto C. Teodoro Jr. From the Philippine Center on Transnational Crime, we have Executive Director Anthony Alcantara. Okay. From the Philippine National Police, we have Police General Romel Francisco Di Marbil, Police Major General Nicolas De Loso Torre III, Police Brigadier General Jean Fajardo. Okay. From the Department of Transportation, Office for Transportation Security, we have Administrator Arthur Bisnar. From the Department of Foreign Affairs, we have Undersecretary Helen B. De La Vega, Chief Coordinator Bernadette Theresi Fernandez, and Officer in Charge Attorney Paul Saret. From the Department of the Interior and Local Government, we have Secretary Juanito Victor C. Remulla.
I'm sorry, may I interrupt? The DFA has not sent any legal representative.
Our Office of Treaty and Legal Affairs, ma'am.
Yes,
Attorney Paul
Saret.
Saret, yes.
You can speak on their behalf. Thank you.
So from the Department of Interior and Local Government, Secretary Juanito Victor C. Remulla. From the Office of the Deputy Executive Secretary for Finance and Administration, Office of the President, we have Deputy Executive Secretary Amante A. Liberato. From the Securities and Exchange Commission, we have Attorney Ferdino Logi S. Santiago. Okay. From the Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines, we have Lieutenant General Raul L. Del Rosario, AFP, retired. And from the Academe, Attorney Alexis F. Medina. Also in the gallery, we have Secretary Mark Leandro Dong L. Mendoza and Assistant Secretary Rose Virginie B. Inigo. That will be all, ma'am.
Yes, thank you very much. And pursuant to Section 2 of the Rules of Procedure governing inquiries in aid of legislation, granting the Senate Committee the power to initiate inquiries if the matter is within its competence, the Committee on Foreign Relations hereby called this inquiry in aid of legislation to discuss the following. 1. The clarification of the involvement and the roles of the International Criminal Court, the International Criminal Police Organization, and the various government agencies in the arrest of former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte. Number 2, confirmation that measures were taken to ensure that the rights of former President Duterte under domestic laws and relevant treaties were properly protected throughout the process. And Number 3, that such other matters that may aid the committee in crafting necessary legislation on the coordination between Philippine authorities and international tribunals and law enforcement organizations. Having stated the agenda, I invite you to join me view The video clips collected during the incident
Good morning, roll po. Ano pong, sir, anong, give me anong plano lang, plano.
Ano sir, salubungin lang namin sir.
Yung warrant, sir, si Sir
Hindi
Gio.
sir, may taga-PCTC. May
Ah.
taga-Interpol.
Interpol.
Yes sir.
So kayo ang lead, ano, sir?
Yes sir, yes sir.
Kumusta kasi, sir?
Hindi mo pwedeng iwan.
Sige, sir.
Warrant of arrest. So, you will just have to pay. Kung hindi ako papayag, kung kakampi ka dyan sa mga puti, you better go back to them and have the legal... I am a citizen of this country, a former president, and you show me a piece of paper and you're asking me to go with you. That is a serious illegal detention.
Former President Rodrigo Duterte cries out illegal detention at William Moore Air Base after he was served an arrest warrant from the International Criminal Court. The former president was arrested upon his arrival at the Ninoy Aquino International Airport on Tuesday, March 11. Duterte's arrest came amid a case before the International Criminal Court for alleged crimes against humanity during his administration's war on drugs.
For and against you in the court of law. And I want to ask you sir if you understand these rights.
Of course, coming from you, it's very clear.
Now that we're asking sir for the basis of the warrant, the ICC had issued a warrant pursuant to Article 25(3)(a) of the statute for crimes against humanity and pursuant to Article 7(1)(a) of the same statute for murder, sir.
Buhay ko zero. Buhay ko zero.
Generally speaking, Mr. Fernandez, ano nakaprepare po kami? Hindi na namin ang mga gamot na kailangan.
Sir, this is a police operation. Ganito naman sir, ulitin natin ulit sir ha. Sandali muna. Back to square one. Are you saying I place the former president under arrest?
Daniel, matanda pa.
The issue sir is for you to choose 3 people to accompany here. May bus dyan. And you will take it. For the hard way, charter flight.
Chartered flight from... So we need to know bringing our president.
No, the hard way.
Sir, we need to know please information where you are bringing
Wala sa pay grade ko yun, ma'am. Sagalugin natin.
Sabihin nyo kung saan siya dalahin.
Hard way.
Just invoke Article 59. Bakit hindi yan magawa-gawa?
Attorney, you will
That's
go for
precisely the point that I'm saying.
Ano
That's
yung
precisely
please, bawal
the right to counsel is something that has to be observed and respected.
Huwag kayong umawa. Kung sila nakipakialam sa huwag yan. Saan mo ano yung lawyer? Saan mo ano yung lawyer? Huwag mo hawakan yung lawyer. Huwag mo hawakan.
Kayong mga
Huwag mo hawakan yung nanay ko!
tanungin ko kayo, anong kasalanan ko? Matanong nga. Kayo, nandito lang kayo lahat. Ikaw, tanungin kita, anong kasalanan ko?
Hindi! Akin na yung anak ko!
Hihilain ko yan. Hihilain ko yan. Ako maniwala ka, hihilain ko yan. Kaya ako takot manas. Pero hihilain ko yan. Is that our intention?
You have to kill me to bring me to him.
Is that our intention?
Ang anak mo pupunta dito.
Yes sir, hindi pa pasukin sir.
Hindi ninyo, ikaw,
Yes sir.
hindi mo
Upon my orders.
hindi mo pinapasok.
Yes sir, upon my orders sir.
Ang sabi ko, ang abogado ko, ang anak ko na babae,
They can visit you at your detention center sir.
Hindi nila ako pinapapasok dito sa airbase. Nakiusap ako kung pwedeng makausap ko personal si former President Rodrigo Duterte para mabigyan ko siya